Hey everyone, hope you're all having a good night. I'm a little bit nervous about this one. Tonight I have a Mastodon. Now, from what I've heard, these are approaching primatale heat and hotter than any Reaper. So I am going to cut this one open because I've had some creepy crawlies in my chilli garden, and yes, I did grow this one myself. And we'll see if I can get it in the middle. Up a bit more, there we go. So I'm going to cut it open and make sure there's nothing untoward on the inside of it. And wow. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. That smells extremely hot. So as I've said, get in focus, will you? There we go. You can see all the oils glistening on the inside of it. As I've said, this is supposedly hotter than any Carolina Reaper. So let's have a chew on a Mastodon. Installing a bit longer, and let's go. Well, it definitely tastes like super hot. But it's sweeter than I was expecting. And it is ferociously hot. Okay, now it didn't have, I was expecting that earthy, musty flavor. It didn't have that. That is a screaming hot pod. But it tasted really good. Wow, my throat's on fire. And it's building too. Whew. The very top part of my throat is absolutely on fire. Eyes are watering a bit. So that tasted sort of sweet and sort of meaty. It didn't taste that. It didn't have that musty, earthy flavor that I was expecting, that you get from things like Reapers and the other super hots like that. Wow, it's a screaming hot pot. It is hotter than any Reaper I've had. Yep, I have not had a primatale, so I couldn't really tell you personally. But it is hotter than any Reaper I've had. Wow. So the heat's peaked, but it hasn't moved around. It's all at the very top part of the back of my throat. But on the whole, that was a really good tasting pod. I'm going to stay with you for a bit longer. We'll just see how long the burn holds out for. Wow! Definitely hotter than any Reaper I've had. So this is from my chilli garden. I've got a few more varieties growing at the moment. A couple of them starting to ripen. And I'll be showing you a few of those in the future coming up. Man, that's hot. Now the burn is actually moving forwards across the inside, the middle, the strip down the middle of my tongue. The back of my throat is still just as burning, but strip down the middle of my tongue, creeping forward, is lighting up. So that's a Mastodon. Still up there, but the burn's really dropping off. Now for me, I would call that maybe a 6, a 5 or a 6 out of 10. For most chili heads, that's going to be a 9, unless you're like really into it like I am. For a non-chili head, you wouldn't even like the tiniest piece of that would put you on your backside. Oh. Yep. All right, now the burn is just about down to, like habanero sort of level. It was a really good tasting pod. So, all right, gonna leave it there. See you later.